Okay, so it's another day, another week even, and another me in a new shirt. So I've been running this for, I would say I've run this for 3 or 4 days, and I've had a lot of luck, and I've had a lot of setbacks, and I've learned some stuff. So what I have ended up with is most of my rock has been reduced to this bucket. I'd say is 1/4 inch to about 1/2 inch. There's a few bigger pieces. And then I have another bucket over here that's 1/4 inch minus. Most of us run that 1/4 inch size and a little bit of sand as well in there. This I think may still have a small amount of galena in it as solids. But something I ran into with my powdered galena that was being produced by this, I was obviously getting powdered galena, but I was also getting powdered everything else. I ran into a little thing, and it actually ended up working out in my favor, and I'll discuss that in my next video. But I filled this full of water as well as my rock and gravel. As I was processing it, and poured it off as a liquid, and that took all my powdered material out, and I've got 8 or 9 buckets of galena water mix, kind of as a slurry as a result of that. And then I've got this rock, this 1/2 inch rock that I really don't think has any galena left in it, except for, maybe some small traces. It's mostly little chunks of quartz. And then this stuff is the 1/4 inch down to the sand. I have a plan for this. I don't know if there's anything of value in it, but I got a little trigger happy the other day, and I went out and bought myself a sluice. And that should be here tomorrow, and I want to set that up and run these gravels through it just to see if there's anything to be had in there. If there is, there's probably not a whole lot, but I'm going to try it anyway and see what I can get out of it. Being the larger pieces, there would be obviously even a small amount would have a significant impact, so we're going to try it. But the one thing that I will mention, I talked earlier about a dolly pot. I don't have a dolly pot. This is a T-post pounder, and I picked this up, and what I was able to do with some of the pieces that weren't breaking up, and I did have quite a bit of problems with pieces that wouldn't break up in the ball mill. I took this tamping bar that I got for $30 at Harbor Freight, and it fits right into there very carefully. And then if you put a couple of rocks down the bottom, you can pound them into powder. And it works well, but I'm old, I'm fat, and I'm tired and lazy, and it kind of hurt my shoulders. So I really only did a few pieces of the gooder high grade stuff in this, and then put them in the drum and turned them out. So this had an effect, but to be honest, it's not for me. I really think if I was going to do this 2 or 3 times more, that I'd buy a jaw crusher. The money be damned, it's just, it'd be so much faster than what I've done. So with that, I struggled to break up some of the bigger pieces. Eventually got them processed. I've got a bucket of 1/2 inch. I got a bucket of 1/4 to sand, and I've got 8 or 9 buckets of fine powder slurry in water. So one thing I will mention, that I did try to reheat some of the larger pieces and re-shatter them in water, and that worked. But in an attempt to try to improve it, first I tried filling a pot with the larger pieces and turning that over so I could concentrate the heat, and that didn't really seem to build any extra heat. And I tried the same thing as well with a piece of ducting, like for AC ducting, with a kitchen burner ring set on top. And once again, it didn't really help much. So I ended up with the few pieces that I were struggling with. I just put them right on the fire just like before, cooked them, into the water they went, and they did break up further. So other than that, not a lot to report. All the rock, I'm kind of amazed I got that 62-pound rock down to just 1/2 inch gravel or smaller. I would say about 3 buckets of ore, and I've got a bucket of gravel and a bucket of sand, and I'm hoping that I've got a full bucket full of galena, but I doubt it. We'll just have to see what comes of the mix. So I'm going to call this part good and move on to what happens next. Thank you.